he goes like, hey, what are you doing on New Year's Day? And then I was like, oh. So it was very, very interesting. We never had that kind of life. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for your outpouring interest and support toward me and my channel, as well as our North Koreans. I really appreciate you guys liking and subscribing my channel. I didn't expect that much. It's kind of a little overwhelming, but I really appreciate it, you guys. Yeah, so everything, the story what I went through in North Korea, I can't make that up. I'm not that genius, you know. It's real. I know. But I get that where you come from. You know, it's unbelievable. I kind of get it, but still, yeah, it's all based on my experience. I'd like to keep telling all the stories what I went through and experienced growing up in North Korea. So today, I don't have any script. I didn't prepare anything because it's not natural. I worry about my English skills because I mean, I'm okay with the regular English, but especially this story in North Korea, it's not like a normal vocabulary. So I have to find out and make it too exact. So, but you know what? Let me try without it. So I'm telling everything just from my mind, my heart. So wish me a luck and let's get started. Today, I'm gonna talk about how and why I escaped North Korea, as so many of you very wondering about it. So let me talk about it. So after I came back from Pyongyang, the pleasure squad, I became so miserable. You know, I was so embarrassed to see anyone. I quit the job because the job was a girl's dream job. It's not hard labor, it's just office work. Because you don't have to go outside doing like hard labors. You just operating the telephones and the lines, you know. But I couldn't go back because of my coworkers. They were congratulating me so much when I selected the pleasure squad, and then they were so proud of me. And they gave me everything they had. They sang a song, like we had a big party. We were even saying like, oh, we're not gonna see each other forever. Like we cried each other. And came back home without any explanation. What am I gonna say to them? I could not meet them. I stayed at home and just helping my mom's business. You shouldn't do that. In North Korea, young people, you have to work. Even though they don't pay you, they don't give you anything. It's free work, but you have to work. If not, they catch you and they send you to labor camp for at least 6 months. You're just going there, you're camping there, you can't come back home for 6 months, you have to do hard labor. So it's kind of dangerous for me, but I didn't care. And it came around the new year of 2004. And on New Year's Eve, I bumped into a friend who lived close by. He goes like, hey, what are you doing on New Year's Day? And then I was like, oh, maybe I'll just go around the neighborhood and serving elders alcohol, bring food, paying my respects. That's our tradition. Every New Year, no matter what, but we have to celebrate big on New Year's Day. That's the once in a year on New Year days. And then he goes, oh, I have something good for you. If you come to my house, you will find out. And then I says, what is it? And then he says, just come to my house. The next day, which is the New Year's Day, after I went around to some elders' houses, I went straight to their house. I should go around the morning all day, but I skipped it because I was so curious what it is. And then surprisingly, the door was locked. I was like, huh, that's interesting because he invited us. Now the door locked, right? I stayed there quietly a few minutes and I heard some commotions inside. I knocked the door so hard, let him know that I was here. He came out from the window side and then he jumped the window and then he opened the door for me, and then he locked the door again outside. He came back to the window. I went inside. There were already around 10 young people there. Like they were watching something. It was TV over there, right? And then it was dark inside, and then they blocked all the windows with the blankets. It was so dark inside. And then they just all pay attention to the just one small TV. The light only came from the TV, right? And then they were just bending like this and then looking at the TV. Because the volume was so low too. They don't want anyone hear it from outside. So I'm like, what is that? And then my friend told me that it's a movie. And then I go, what kind of movie is that? And then he says, oh, I got some DVD through my friend. It's a movie from Hong Kong. So I'm like, oh, Hong Kong, okay. Especially in North Korea, we can't watch anything outside. We only have one channel, and it's all like propaganda programs there. Right? Everything is about great leaders and Kim's family, like history. They only show us the foreigners program, which is somewhere in Africa. They're starving and they don't have water. Some like South Korea, they doing like rallies to the president because the president is bad. Some of the homeless in the European country, like something like that. So all bad things. That's why we thought our country is the best in the world. That's what we brainwashed for that. Because we cannot see anything, any program from outside, anything from outside is very interesting. It's very like new to us. So we're so like whatever it is from outside, we like it so much. So I'll sit down and I just watch the movie with them. And then I found out that it says it's a Hong Kong TV, but I kind of understand their language. It's slightly different, but why I hear everything there? It's kind of Korean, but it's different Korean. I thought maybe the Hong Kong movie translated from South Korea. But I found out that all the actors and actresses, they moving their mouths. It's the same thing. They speaking Korean. They just lied to me. It was from Hong Kong. When you get caught by the police, you get less punishment when you're watching Hong Kong TV, but you get severe punishment when they find out it's South Korean TV. So that's why I kind of understand why he lied to me. So I didn't say anything. I just watched it. And as I was watching it, I was shocking. So it was South Korean drama and we're not allowed to watch it. If anybody get caught, we all go to the jail and we all know that. So it's very dangerous. That's why they blocked all the windows and they locked the door outside, so pretending nobody's inside. So it was a South Korean drama called Rooftop Room Cat that portrays college life and just everyday struggle, romantic relationship of young adults. And the main actor and actress in the show was exactly the same age as we were. So it was very, very interesting. We never had that kind of life entire whole life. But their life, we can never imagine. They have so much freedom, love naturally, nobody oppressed them. They can do whatever they want. And overall, their life is rich. I mean, they have so many things in there. What about us? We're starving. We don't even have food here. I mean, we are the same age and then we live in the same planet. Their life and our life is totally different. The main character was Paul in that drama. For us, she was so rich. She lives in the rooftop. Even that house, the rooftop house, they portray Paul's house in South Korea. Oh my God, even that house is beautiful and so good. They don't seem like suffer for food or like for hard labor or some kind of like punishment. So I was so shocking, and I think it seems like everybody else in the room was so shocking, or they're like, I was thinking like, is it true? I mean, does this kind of life really exist outside the world? Because we thought our country, even though we don't have food and suffering, I thought still our country is the best in the world. But what about them? That kind of life I can't even imagine to live. So I was so like confused. I was speechless. So that drama was total like a 23 or 24 series. We stick to that house for 3 days. We didn't go anywhere and stick to that series until finished. Because North Korea, in normal days, we don't have electricity. Only like a 2 hour, if you're lucky, 5 hours a day, no electricity. We can't even watch TV. But because it was New Year Day, they gave us like as a holiday special treatment. It's still off and on, but at least we got like 8 hours a day. So we were watching the drama, and then when the electricity was off, then we just catching some sleeps right there. And then when the light was back on, we were like, light, hurry up, turn on the TV. And then we just stick into the TV. So we finished it for 3 days. After we finished watching it, and I came back home, and I still remember that I wrote a diary. I had to write down my emotions because I just keep it myself. I feel like it's gonna explode it, so I have to write it down, take it out. So I wrote my diary saying like, oh my God, today I had an amazing experience. I got to watch some dramas and then the life as though they are like same age as us, but the life was so shocking and I really want to see it. Like, how can I get life? After that, I couldn't function. When I eating, sleeping, my brain, my mind, all just only think about that. I can't stop thinking about it. I was daydreaming from there every day. I acted like a crazy person. That's how I was shocking, and I really, really want that life. I thought about it could be lie. I tried to be a skeptical about it, but the way they acting in the show, you can lie for a little bit, but they're naturally, just it comes from the naturally doing it. It doesn't sound like acting like they don't have food, but they like, oh, I hate that. I mean, it's impossible. I mean, we are so like naive and we don't know anything, but we still, I can see that it's true. It's not lie. And I thought about it. I kept thinking and thinking, and it brought me to conclusion. I really want to go out there to see it in myself, Because once you know that kind of stuff out there, you can't stop it. I mean, if you don't know, you don't know. So you just, okay, just live there. But if live life here and then there's a different life, like amazing life with that much freedom out there. I was in my 20s. Like I could do it no matter what it cost me. I know that even thinking about it could be danger to me and could be danger to whole my family. And I could die on the way to there. But I said, I don't care about it because it's worth to die. So I just asked around my friends who had a connection with the who's smuggling business between the border of China and North Korea side, right? I asked them and just knocked the door to them and found out the way to out. My original plan, I just go out there to see, experience that kind of life, and then I was gonna come back. Because in North Korea, not like USA, because USA, when you are like at the age of 18 or 19, graduate high school, you just freely go out of the house, right? But in North Korea, you can't live by yourself unless you get married. So I never lived and acted by myself. So it was a huge adventure for me, but I didn't care. I think this worth to try. I really wanted to go to see the worlds out there. I watched the show on New Year's Day, right? And guess what? And only 3 months later, I was ready to escape.